Okay, this is Jacob Schmitt with deerhuntingschool.com. This video here, I'm just going to share with you what took place in I hunted for 5 days. I hunted October the 30th, the 31st, November 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd. I hunted the morning of November 3rd. Share with you kind of what I've seen, some trail camera pictures of what took place, a little bit of video, just basically share with you my hunt and you know, how it went down and stuff.
It's November the 2nd here. I didn't see nothing Wednesday. I seen a little small buck Thursday. Yesterday I seen 4 deer. I was able to film 2 of them. I seen one decent buck yesterday. I'm not sure. He wasn't like big, but this morning I had seen some deer down here about 70-80 yards out through the woods, kind of working their way towards me. And they got up behind a group of 3-4 pine trees are right in a row. And I seen one small 8-point. I believe he's the one I have on camera. I'm not 99% sure of it. He's just a small 8-pointer. But there was still, I seen him and I was looking through my binoculars and I couldn't tell what they were doing, but I heard some crashing, like some bucks fighting or something. I'm not sure of it, but I looked up again and there was one buck in there. He's a freaking giant. I'm pretty sure it's the big buck I have on camera. I know he had really tall tines and really good mass, but I couldn't see him that good because they were all 3 of the deer were behind these clump of trees, and I could just see glimpses of them moving their head, and they just stood there for maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3, 4 minutes or something, and I could see him turning his head and stuff, and then they just kind of threw their tail up and run 10 yards down the hill and stopped, and then there was a doe with them, and the doe took off back up the hill, and the little small buck, he took off after the doe, and I have no idea where the big buck went or what even happened, but he's a freaking big buck. So I'm gonna be sitting here all day. Had a buck come in this morning about 4 o'clock this morning. Had him on trail camera. He's a decent buck, but he's not a monster, but but he's a shooter in my book. So I've got 3 different shooter bucks I've gotten on this trail camera, and this scrape I'm hunting. This scrape is just right down here at 20 yards, 18 yards from me. My trail camera is at 22 yards. I had a doe, one of the does yesterday, she walked right up to the camera, and she went up the hill behind me, and then just right behind her, a minute, the 3-point come up, and he just fed around down here for a little bit. And then he just wandered off down the hill after a little bit, but he was on the camera too. But last night, early this morning, about 4 o'clock, that buck was with a doe. And these 2 bucks here was with a doe, and I just had another big doe about 45 minutes ago or so walk up the hill. Up here, there's a little thicket behind me. I don't know if she's in there. I'm assuming she's probably bedded down in there. But hopefully that big buck will come and check this scrape or something. I have no idea. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he smelled me. None of them blew or nothing. But I almost could have swore that they were freaking fighting, the 2 bucks. But what was weird is it almost seemed like the little bitty buck won the fight. I mean, we're talking a little buck. We're not even talking about we're talking a 2.5-year-old 8-point. And a freaking big buck. I just know that the buck for sure had really tall tines, 10-inch. His 10-inch tines I seen, and really big mass. So I'm not exactly sure what buck it is. It could be a different buck that I don't even have on camera. I don't know. So hopefully something good will happen here. It's November 2nd. I killed a buck November 2nd last year. They really start getting up and they start seeking and they start chasing, but these they start covering a lot of grounds. It's youth season today. The reason I'm wearing orange, it's opening day of youth season. There's a lot of pressure around, and I'm way back in here in a spot that I consider a really good spot when the pressure's on, because a lot of people push the deer back in these areas, and these deer back in here feel a lot safer. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm sitting here till dark, I can guarantee you that. It's November the 3rd. I've got about 2.5 hours, and I'm going to head out, pack my stuff up, and get my camper and everything, and head out. I've hunted for 5 days. It's the 5th day. I've seen a lot of deer. Several does. I've seen several bucks. I've seen as many bucks as I have does. I've seen one really good buck yesterday morning. Him and a couple other deer was working their way towards me. They got up to about 60 yards. And stupid wind kept swirling, I guess. I think they smelled me or something. I don't know. But it is what it is. It's deer hunting. But it's not looking like I'm going to be able to kill one of these bucks this weekend. Well, I was sure hoping. This was a good setup. This is a good setup. But it's deer hunting. I mean, I seen a really big one yesterday. I believe the buck I seen was the biggest buck that I have on camera. Doesn't do no good because he's somewhere out here in this 1,000,000-acre forest, and I'm sitting here filming why I didn't kill him. So all in all, it's been a good hunt. It's deer hunting. I mean, that's all I can say. It ain't over yet, but I haven't seen nothing. I've seen some squirrels. That's it. I mean, I haven't seen nothing of a deer. So, but it ain't over. So you never know. I've done that before. I've sat there till noon. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm sitting until noon today. I've sat there until noon before and shot a deer 5 minutes before I was gonna leave. Well, the likelihood of that happening is very slim, but you never know. So, anyways, it's been a good hunt. It ain't over yet, but it's getting close.
So you've seen how the hunt went down. You know, what do you do when this happens? What do? You just keep hunting. You keep hunting. You can tell by the trail camera pictures that I've got, by what's taking place, the buck I actually seen, a really big buck. You can, and I've seen some does. There's a lot of deer activity in there. Gun season's coming in, fixing to come in full force. You know, I'm going to go hunt there tomorrow. I'm hunting that stand tomorrow afternoon and evening. You know, hopefully something good happens. We got a good cold front that moved through today. It rained all day today. Worked today in the rain. So hopefully something happens. But the only thing you do is just keep hunting. I know the deer are there. I've got trail camera pictures to confirm that. I have, you know, seen deer, seen a really big buck. You know, just keep hunting as the pressure moves in. This is one of them spots where the hunting pressure around me should push more and more deer towards me. So I'm going to be there tomorrow evening, and, you know, we'll see what happens. But, you know, just keep hunting. And never did see nothing the last day there. Didn't see a deer. But anyways, check out deerhuntingschool.com for more tips, information, things like that on deer hunting. Have a good day, and bye-bye.